All right, what up? What up, people? What's going on? What's popping? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Let me make sure this shit is streaming good because sometimes this shit be going all weird, but it looks like it's going. But anyway, so what's good, people? Before we get into anything, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Let's get this out the way so you guys can, get this shit popping. Make sure you go to MrLocario.com. Click the link below. Or make sure, and also, too, remember that this book comes with 2 bonus audio programs. One is called the Conversation Booster. One is called the Confidence Booster. So make sure you guys go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today. If you get the hard copy, you will get an autograph copy of this book. You feel what I'm saying? So today I wanted to talk about how your women problems, you can't blame women for your women problems, okay? So what I notice a lot, I've been always look on the internet. I'm always looking at other people's videos and stuff like that where they talk about women and dating and so what I see a lot of times is there's a lot of guys out there who will sort of blame women for the problems that they're having with women. Right? They'll be like, yo, these chicks out here is fucked up and girls do this and girls do that and it's messed up. If girls just didn't do this, then things will be easier. And how come chicks gotta act this way? And how come girls gotta be this way and all this other shit? And I'm trying to tell you guys, you cannot blame women for your women problems. What up, T. Williams? For Life One Deep. What's popping? What's going on? So you can't blame women for your women problems. Like, I had seen a video the other day, and I seen a couple videos like this, but I saw a video where a dude was talking about how if you deal with women, what up, Black Raider, Got Juice, was good, Chizzy City, what up? It was a video where a guy was saying if you deal with women, you're going to lose money, right? A woman is going to take money away from you, or you said nobody's perfect. You said it sounds like it's always the man's fault for everything. No, and that's the thing. What I want you guys to get, this is what I want you guys to get. What I want you to get is, it's not that it's the man's fault for everything. It's that it's your fault for what you do and what happens in your situation based off of what you do. You said women don't have to accept or take responsibility. No, women do have to take responsibility. What I'm saying again is, you have to take responsibility for what you do. And sometimes what happens is the reactions that you get out of women is because of shit you do. So you can't blame her. So for example, I saw this video where the dude was talking about, like women are going to drain your money, right? Now, the only way women are going to be able to drain your money is if you allow them to drain your money. You see what I'm saying? Because, and I've heard this a million times because dudes, they'll say shit like, oh, you got to take girls on dates, so that means you got to spend money. My nigga, why are you taking them on dates? If you don't want to take them on dates, don't take them on dates. And if you do go on dates, you don't have to spend any money on them. Tell them to pay their half. Remember, you're creating the situations that you're in. No one's forcing you to take a woman on a date. No one's forcing you to pay for a date that you're on with a woman. Nobody's telling you to do that. You understand? You did that on your own. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, what they do is that they'll feel like they need to go on dates in order to get sex, in order to get pussy, in order to get women to like them and all this other shit. You don't need to do that. If you want to actually just go to actually just have sex, you create a situation where you can just hook up. You don't have to actually go out and spend money. So if you are saying, well, I got to spend all this money on women, that's on you. That's a woman problem you have that you created. Nobody told you had to do that. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that the problem is guys believe that is the only way to get with women, is that you got to take them out on dates and spend a whole lot of money. You feel what I'm saying? So if that's an issue for you, that's on you because you did that. And this is what I was trying to say. So So my dude, nobody's perfect. '06 in the chat. I'm not saying that. We're not saying like women don't have to accept a responsibility. They do need to accept responsibility. What I'm saying, I'm talking to you guys out here, is that the problems you're having with these women is because you're allowing the problems to basically happen, to continue. You understand? So if you are saying, damn, well, I gotta pay for this and pay for that, that's because you decided to do that. Nobody told you had to do that. You said it's all a woman's fault, though. How's it a woman's fault? Alexander Bowles, you said you saw me near Times Square. You said, why didn't you dap me up? When did you see me? I didn't see you. I don't even know. You gotta come up to me and say what up. I don't know. How am I know that you saw me? I don't know. Oh man. You said so. Ross, you said so. Is it always good to always feel guilty and not sleep at night? What are you talking about? You said it's in the T. William. You said it's a lot of man blaming going on. No, this is what you got to understand. You have to take responsibility for your shit. You understand? So, for example, let's say, for example, you was talking to a girl, right? And you trying to go on a date with her, and she flakes on you, right? And then you call her again next week to set up something, and then she flakes on you again. And then you try to set up something again, and then she flakes on you a third time. Now, if you come to me or anybody else and be like, yo man, these fucking bitches and this fucking bitch fucking flaked on me and blah blah blah, and she wasted my time and I set up this other date to be here, whose fault is that? Right? She already flaked on you twice. So why would you keep trying to get at her? So if you get flaked on again, whose fault is that? So is it man blaming, or is it you taking responsibility for your actions? You knew this chick was a flake and you still was trying to get at her. That's your fault. You understand? That's what we're talking about. So that's what we're saying. Like, don't blame women on your women problems. You understand? That's on you. Like, so for example, again, even let's say, for example, you're dealing with a girl who's acting like a bitch. You understand? Because even I did a video yesterday where I was talking about how if you're grounded in your masculinity and who you are, right? And a chick is on some bitchy shit, what happens is that she'll switch up the bitchy shit and cooperate with you if she's feeling you, right? Because chicks, they're acting like bitches to guys who they know they can act like bitches to. You understand? So, if a girl continuously acts like a bitch toward you and does a lot of bitch type of shit and disrespects you continuously, that's your fault for sticking around with her. That's your fault for keep trying to get at her. That's your fault for keep hanging out with her. So if you keep hanging out with this chick and then you bitching and moaning and crying about the fact that she, she keeps acting this way, or she keeps being a fucking asshole, that's on you because you still continue to see her. All you needed to do was charge her to the game, and then all of that would have been done. You see what I'm saying? All of that would have been done. So if it continues to happen, it's only continuing to happen because you're participating. So, and since you are participating, that's your fault for any type of negative energy you're coming across. You said, you mean if any problem happens or any mistake happens, then you should always feel guilty and stressed out about it, even if you weren't really at fault? Well, this is the thing. You don't need to feel guilty or stressed out about none of this shit. What I'm saying is that you have to develop a certain mindset to the point where you take on everything as if it is your fault. Because then that gets you out of the blaming everyone else. You understand? So what I mean is this. So for example, let's say you dealing with a girl, right? And she was showing signs that she was unstable, or she had mental problems or whatever. She was on some fucked up shit, right? But you didn't notice the signs because you haven't been around enough women or enough people or whatever to realize that this person is kind of fucked up. Now, if you get into a situation with them, right, and some fucked up shit happens, technically we could say, well, you know what, that wasn't really your fault because you didn't know. But then you can also look at it on the flip side and say, well, it is my fault because I should have known. I should have done my due diligence and research and understood what was going on. So now that you say, well, you know what, this fucked up shit happened, so the next time I'm going to, peep out and see what's going on. So for next time I can be aware. You understand? He said, but why do girls act like bitches to guys? They can act like that? What do you mean? What are you talking about? And so basically what I'm saying is this, man. If you're dealing with a girl, she's playing games, right? You need to nip that in the bud. Now, if you continue to deal with her, that's on you. See, it's one thing if at the beginning you start talking to a girl like you first meet her at a bar, you don't really know anything yet because you haven't really talked to her. But now that you've talked to her, now that you've felt the vibe, and then if you notice that she's on some bullshit and you continue to deal with her, that's on you. Jermaine Jones said, women are mentally still childish. On a grown-up level, men are the peak of maturity, so we can't come down to the level. We got to teach them to come up to our level. I mean, real shit to a certain extent, because this is the fucked up part. You got too many bitch ass dudes out here who are having that feminine energy. Because again, there's nothing wrong with feminine energy. Feminine energy is needed, but it's more so within females generally. You feel what I'm saying? You have to have that masculine energy as a man. You feel me? I got some shit going on my joint. So Trap Lord is you trolling? He said confidence is a lie if you're attractive. The hell does that even mean? Dudes be saying some of the goofiest shit ever. It's like, it's so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, if you have a problem with chicks, that's on you. I'm gonna even go as far as to say, if you get a chick pregnant, that's your fault. You understand that? Because a lot of dudes, they'll get a girl pregnant and they'll be like, damn, she kept the baby and that's fucked up because now this and this and that happened. Bruh, that's you, bro. You did that. You gotta understand something. It's not that easy to get a chick pregnant unless it's like around ovulation time or like right before, or I know that sperm can live in the inside for a few days or whatever. But if you're wearing a condom every time that you are fucking chicks and you're wearing it correctly, right? And you're not busting in a chick, you'll probably most likely never get a chick pregnant. Like, there's so many things that you can do to prevent pregnancy that it's ridiculous. So the thing is, again, if you end up in a problem or a problem situation, because of you being irresponsible on that level, that's on you. And I'm speaking, and this is the type of shit that even myself, like, there's times where I'm doing shit I ain't supposed to be doing, right? And I said to myself, shit, if the outcome of this is some shit I don't want it to be, I can't blame her. I'm the one who did this. I did this shit. My dude K Zagging, he said pull out even with the raincoat on. Exactly. That's what I do. Nigga, I have the fucking condom on and I'll pull out. I don't even come in the chick with the I don't care if I have a condom on or not. I do not come in no chicks. So I'll wear the condom. When I'm about to bust, I'll pull out the condom. I'll pull out with the condom on. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to get into the mindset of understanding that you have control over a lot of these interactions that you're having with women. Traveler, you said what you're saying is unattractive dudes think confidence is everything. That's why they always get rejected. No, first of all, everybody gets rejected. That's one. Two, if a guy is thinks that confidence is everything, right? He's going to have way more women than a dude who thinks confidence is a lie or thinks it's bullshit. Because the fact that he thinks confidence is the shit, he's most likely going to be confident, which most likely makes him attractive. I think I got to break this down again. Because when people say attractive, they think we're just talking about looks. Your looks isn't the only thing that makes you attractive. What makes something attractive is basically a lot of different shit. Like, for example, I've said this on Steve the Dean Show. Right now, you guys are watching me on this screen. The reason why you're watching me on this screen is because you are attracted to the game. You understand? That's why you're watching me. You're attracted to the game. I'm sure some of y'all ate breakfast this morning or ate lunch or whatever. The reason why you ate whatever you were eating was because you were attracted to that food. Some of y'all probably went to the movies last week or something. The reason why you went to that movie was because you probably saw the preview and you were attracted to that preview, which made you want to watch the movie. You understand what I'm saying? That's what dudes don't understand. So that's what guys got to understand, man. It's a lot of shit is deeper than what most people are even looking at or talking about. And this is why it's hard for most guys to get shit popping, because they're always looking on the surface of things. You feel what I'm saying? You're only looking on the surface of things. You understand? Because also, too, what you got to understand is this. Is that what attracts a woman to you, and also what attracts you to certain women, right? Is that there's something like, for example, when you're dealing with a woman, there's something within you that she recognizes within her, which makes her sort of connect with you. Do you understand? So this is why you could be a woman's, let's say, for example, you're not physically a woman's type, right? You're not like her ideal type of guy, but if you're at a party or at an event or somewhere you're talking to her, you may say things, you may say things or do things that make her connect to you on a deeper level than just physical. You understand? And so that again is what makes her attracted to you. You understand? So let's say you're talking to a girl and she's like one of these chicks who's very like humanitarian. She likes to help people out, and she's that's like her passion or whatever. And then she's talking to this guy at a party, and let's say he's like, yeah, and this is even before she even says anything about that. He says to her, like, I used to be homeless, and I started this business, and now I'm like getting things off my feet. But what I do is I like to give back, so I help out at the soup kitchen in my neighborhood, right? The fact that he said that makes her connect to him because she has that same similar interest. You understand? And this has absolutely nothing to do with his looks. You see what I'm saying? But that's the thing y'all don't get. Do you know when you watch a movie or a TV show or like a TV series, there may be characters in that series or that show that you connect with because there's something about them that reminds that character that you're watching reminds you of yourself. There's something about them that reminds you of you, which is why you like that character. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about attraction. You know when they say like attracts like? So the same way where you see, let's say you see like a group of teenagers and they're all wearing gothic clothing. They're attracted to each other because they have that same thing in common. They have that commonality. It's something that connects them to each other. So the same thing happens when you meet a woman and you have something beyond just the physical that you connect on. You understand what I'm saying? So, you gotta understand that shit. You said what works is being attracted to the girl, period. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's the thing. You gotta be attractive overall. That's what gets you the most women in general. Because the thing is that if you are attractive overall, right? You have so many different levels to your attractiveness. You understand what I'm saying? Because let's say if you're a guy who you're physically attractive, but you ain't got shit to say, or you're boring, right? Being physically attractive is only going to get you so far. You understand? You said does a big bankroll make you attractive? Yeah, it can. To certain women who that's going to be a big deal to them. You're going to be very attractive to gold diggers. You understand? So there's a lot of things that you can do to attract people. You understand? So that's what you got to understand about attraction. Attraction is not just physical. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what dudes got to understand, man. And this is why it's hard for dudes to really attract women to them, because they're thinking only on the surface level. They're thinking only on one thing. Like I hear guys say like, well, if she doesn't think you're physically attractive, she's not going to talk to you. Nigga, women will talk to anybody. This is what y'all don't get. Women will fucking talk to anybody. As much as you try to talk to a chick in the street and she'll keep walking or not talk to you, there's a million fucking women and so many of them will fucking stop and talk to you. Or if you're or let's say you're at a club or a bar or at an event, they will fucking talk to you. Now, them actually getting with you, giving you the number, going on a date with you, having sex with you, that's a different story, right? But they will talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, based off of what you do with that conversation, that's up to you. You understand? Jermaine Jones, you said I should have a deep stream of the slogan, "The truth is inside you." Oh, hell yeah, I need to do that. I'm probably do that next week. So, But yeah, I'm going to take calls today, too, in a minute. The caller number 646-481-3901. Hold on, I got to double check this Skype, though. Let me make sure I put it on the right thing, because sometimes... hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, everything is good on the joint. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You guys got to understand when we talk about attraction, it's a lot of things. It's basically just whatever is going to catch that person's attention to where they're going to want to, deal with you in any capacity. You understand? So, of course, let me take this call real quick. EO, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, is this Mr. Locario?
Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Who's this?
Mikey Zoom Fly.
Alright, what's going on, bro?
Oh, shit, man. I came back to report.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on?
Yeah, around the uni, man, it's like, there's some things that have been going on, man. It's like I finally managed to score, like, a victory, a small victory, because I managed to get a phone number from some girl.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that really blew me off was when I got that girl's phone number and I went back home, and I texted her back that we should like get on a date and do something.
Mm.
She texted me back that she already had a boyfriend.
Oh, see?
man, that's what do you interpret as? You know what I interpret as? It's like a attention whore behavior or some shit.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Because the thing is, you got to understand something.
But she seems so receptive.
Well,
like
that's why she would. But see, that's the thing. She's receptive because she likes attention. See, I remember. Okay, let me. No, that's what I'm saying is attention. So let me give you an example. So me and my wife, right? We used to go to some meetups just to chill and hang out, right? Or we'd be at a party or something, right? So what would happen is as soon as the men in the party or wherever we was, as soon as they realized that my wife was with me, like she wasn't single, right? 90% of the guys in the place just wouldn't even look at her. You understand what I'm saying? Because they knew there was no point. It's like they didn't know he was in an open relationship, but the thing was, they figured, well, that's his girl, so I can't get with her, so there's no point in talking to her. You see what I'm saying? And so women who have boyfriends or who have husbands or whatever, they still miss the attention that they're getting, that they used to get from a lot of guys. So this is why the girl will still flirt with you, give you the number, all this other shit.
Yeah, I always hear about that. Like Alan Roger Curry talks about it, like how like women who are not satisfied, like in their marriages, they tend to like flirt with other dudes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's too. Even if they are satisfied in their marriage, they'll still flirt with other guys. You see what I'm saying?
God damn, bro.
Even if this is what I'm saying, like because attention is like crack to women. You understand?
I know, man. It's true because like when I bro, let me tell you something. Like these last 2 days, man, I've been acting like a super player or something because I've been talking to girls like mad crazy.
Right.
Like and girls like they even tell me, why am I so happy? Why am I smiling all the time? Like what's going on? It's like they want to be in on it. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Nah, that's because you got that energy though. That's because you got that energy. You see what I'm saying? The energy is very high when you're consistently doing it. You see what I'm saying?
I think it's because I wear my Superman sweat. I feel on top of the world or something.
Right. And so
I got one last thing, and I'll hang up.
Right.
But I'm like, this is the thing I got to tell. I'm going to spit some game right here.
Mm.
On that same day, I went Alan Roger Curry mode, mode 1.
Right.
Because I saw this one girl I want to holler at like real bad. It's like she's like a solid, like she's like an 8 or 9. It's like really hot.
Right.
But like I saw her, she was exiting out the building, and she said hi to me. I said hi, and I was making a small chat with her, but she managed to bump across 3 other dudes, and immediately I could tell like they were like dogs at a butcher shop. They were just staring at her like drooling and just simping.
Right.
I was like around the group like for a few seconds, and I backed away. I'm like, look at these simps. I just walked away. I'm like, that's ridiculous. and at that precise moment, that other girl showed up. Mm-hmm. And that's the one I got that fake with that phone number.
Okay, the one that's married and all, that got a boyfriend and all that shit. See?
But anyway, as that girl like finished off her talking with those simps, I saw her because I heard that she was gonna go back to her home state, and there was a side of me like the old me wants to come back for some reason. It's like now that I'm on mode 1, I want to go back to mode 4. It's like I wanted to run up to her, get on my knees, and beg her not to leave. Like
what?
And then that was the intrusive thoughts in my head, and then I'm like, this ain't mode 1. I snapped back to reality. I was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, has a girl ever done that to you?
Right.
Like when was a girl ever there for you? Has she ever said happy birthday to you? No. I'm a higher value than that. You know what I did? I don't give a fuck. And you know what I did? I was savage. I just walked away. And then today, the other day, I gave her my contact information. You know what I said?
Mm.
You know, I know you're gonna move back to your state, so here's my contact information. Next time I drop over there, be ready.
Mm.
I copied that from what's his face, Miles' son.
Mm. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about it, dude. I need to call up again. So you were able to see her again, and you hollered at her.
Like yesterday, I saw her again,
Mm.
and this time I acted more logical because I was thinking in mode 4.
But see, that's the thing. You got to always strike while they there from the beginning, because you may have not seen her again. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to go. You just got to go in whenever the opportunity presents itself. So a lot of times you don't want to just, like, what I'm saying, walk away when the situation's there. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of like Miles Cunningham.
Mm.
Like, I see you when I get there, man. It's like I can't be waiting for girls because there's just too many. There's millions of them.
Oh no, yeah, girls. Exactly. But even still, you still want to, when the opportunity is there.
But you're right, man, because there's a lot. I thought some girls didn't like, some girls walk by themselves. You think they have no friends or anything. All of a sudden, there's dudes who be talking to them like they know her and shit. I'm like, holy shit.
Right. See, they clowning you in the chat room though. They saying that you sound like an 8th grader. And they said,
I sound like an 8th grader.
And they said
I like to see them be on mode 1.
They said why were you? The ESA said you was hesitating, but you calling the other guy simps. That's what they saying in the chat room.
What do you mean why I was hesitating?
No, because they said with that time, the first time you seen him, you said that the other dudes was checking her out, but he was like, you ain't go up there and say nothing. No, you see what I'm saying?
Cause them dudes, they were just talking about regular shit like homework and stuff. I'm like generic stuff. I'm like you could tell they wanted to holler at her, but and I could tell that she had like closed body language. She like had her arms crossed and stuff. And
so why didn't you go and holler at her at that moment?
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
Because I had to go to the library and pick up a book.
Oh.
My time is valuable. I don't got the time to be just following a piece of meat. I got other things to do.
All right, I'm just saying, you gotta jump on. Look, this is what I'm telling you guys. You don't want to get into a habit of hesitation. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to do it when you want to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, like, I'm about to get on the Bad Boy membership because I got my paycheck today, but
right.
Like, about high value, like, how can I get rid of like the attention horse once and for all? Because I be hollering at these chicks, and it seems like they're interested, but they're not really interested.
Right. Well, the thing is, you can't ever get rid of the attention whores wholesale, right? Meaning that you're going to run into some of them. The thing is, you don't want to indulge them with attention. So once you notice they're attention whores, then you just charge them to the game as soon as possible. So you can definitely, sense or see when you're dealing with an attention whore. You feel what I'm saying? But,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, automatically do something where attention whores will never get to you. You see what I mean? Like, they just going to keep coming. You just got to be able to, push them to the side as soon as,
Put dudes in that chat room.
What I say it again?
I gotta say something to the news in the chat room.
Mm.
Dude, y'all guys need to read Alan Roger Curry's Mode 1.
Real talk. Shout out to my dude Alan Roger Curry.
Every single one of you guys, because we've all been there. We've all been hesitant. We've all been scared. But you can't let your emotions control you.
Real talk.
Because women can sense that. You know that one girl, like, you guys are claiming I was hesitant. No, I wasn't. I was doing my own thing. Mm. And the next day, yesterday, when I saw her, she literally told me that was very direct what I did. Because she said no other man has ever done that to her.
Right. Nah, real talk, man. That's what's up.
Man.
But shit, at least you out there getting it in. So that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, man,
they player hate, man. They player hate.
Nah, you gotta just keep doing your thing, bro. But yo, I appreciate the call. Gotta get a few more of these in. But yeah,
Goodbye.
definitely get up on that bad boy membership, man. That it got a lot of joints on there that can help you out. You feel me?
Goodbye.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, man. But yeah, don't be scared to say what you gotta say to these chicks, bro. Hold on, let me get this. You.
Yeah.
Oh shit, is Miles Cunningham in the building? What's popping, bro?
What's going on? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you good, you good. What's going on, bro?
Alright, word, son. So you can't blame women for your women problem?
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
Come on, son. What's wrong, son? You expect these niggas to take responsibility into their own hands?
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Nah, nigga.
I'm trying.
I mean, yo, it's nothing but bitch ass niggas out here. So they gonna let her blame everything on the female.
Oh man. It's sad though. It's sad. I'm trying to help these dudes out because I noticed there's been a influx of bitch assness on the internet nowadays. Like it's insane. You feel what I'm saying? Like
a super influx.
it's insane.
God. Oh my God.
So and that's the thing because you got a lot of dudes out here, that's on the whole like MGTOW shit and the fucking. I think them TFL niggas or the incel. I think I heard about them TFL niggas and the incel niggas. I think they had some shit where they were saying that. I think they said something about the government should force women to get with them or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, these dudes is wild out here.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like they said something about it should be some type of law or some weird shit where they should like designate a woman to a man like to enforce monogamy, some shit like that.
Right. Man.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, I just came off a gig, right? And I do most of my hollering on my gig.
Right.
You feel what?
Right.
I shot 3 shots,
Mm-hmm.
right? And missed all 3, my nigga.
Right.
Now, is it correct for me to blame the bitches?
Right.
I mean, all right, check. The first bitch, she wasn't wearing a wedding ring, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
She was this milf type 40-year-old or 40 and above joint. But my nigga, man.
She was
Yo,
crazy.
she had the fucking, when chicks got those big natural breasts and they look like they just had a baby.
Right.
But she ain't just had no baby. She was just, and then she had she was wearing these yoga pants,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you can see the parenthesis on the hip?
Right.
And then she was wearing like a long shirt. So she was a classy bro. Like, she was one of them classy but bloody broads. You know what I'm saying?
I love those.
Like, some chicks that they know what they doing, but they know exactly what to wear to cover it up so it's acceptable, but it's enough for your ass to notice.
Right.
That's the type of shit she was on, right? So I'm on my gig, I'm doing my thing, but I'm scoping her the whole time. And they even had like a group activity joint where they had to like work in a group, and it was like a round table, and son, my nigga, she was bent over the table doing the group activity, and I was like, oh my God, like because I was supposed to be taking video, and I'm hovering, like I'm like, yo, let me not hover too much because, but oh man. But then I'm doing my thing, whatever, and then I see her leaving, and I'm like, shit. And I'm in mind you, I'm in the middle of doing my thing, son. I cut out, I follow her to the parking lot. I'm like, yo, what's good? Like, where you going? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, listen. And I said, yo, can I be totally honest with you? She was like, yeah, what's going on? I said, you are the sexiest fucking thing I've ever seen. What can we do about that? And then it kind of are you married?
Right.
She was like, yeah. And I was like, where's your ring? Like, oh, my ring had to be resized, and I haven't worn it in a little while, and it's in, I'm gonna get it. I said, listen, you need to get that shit done right away.
Right.
You got guys like me out here thinking we got a chance. And you can't be doing that because you are too fucking sexy. Yo, Shorty looked me dead in my eyes, and she shook my hand and was like, yo, thank you very much for the compliment.
Right.
I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was just like, yo, whoever her husband is, yo, if I hope he understand what's really going on, son. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Because, Shorty was, woo. But that was the first shot, and I was like, damn, man. Because I said I checked the ring. That's why I even hollered at her. But for some reason, she gave me this vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And when I asked her, I was like, yo, you married? Are you married? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But then, so that's shot number one. Miss. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I should blame her for being married, right?
Exactly.
You feel me? Okay, so shot number two, it was a younger chick, this younger chick, really cute, and she also had the fucking the breast milk titties. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Anyway, like she was one of them chicks with like, she had a booty, but not really because everything was all in the tit. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those girls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this one was a subtle shot. Like this one was one of those, let me say something to it to see where it's at type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So she was leaving, and I was like, hey, if she was by the door, and I was like, hey, where you going so fast? You know what I'm saying? And then she kind of like, I walked with her, out the door, and I was talking to her for a little bit, but like nowhere did she indicate any type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I didn't even really shoot that shot, but when I said to her, hey, where you going so fast? That was like my little subtle type of, you know what I'm saying?
Right, to get in the conversation and shit.
Yeah, like a little finger roll, you feel me?
Right.
But still, because it was a corporate gig, and like when I actually said what I said to her, like all of her coworkers was like around the doorway area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was another reason why I had to just finger roll it to see if it would go in, because I didn't want to because I consistently get this client. You understand? They keep hiring me for shit, so I didn't want to make it like super obvious that I'm
right. You ain't want to be on some big deal shit in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, exactly, like flashing on their coworkers and all this. So that's why I just finger rolled it real good, but there was no vibe. And honestly, I don't know if there was no vibe because the other coworkers were around, or there was no vibe just because there was no vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I let it go, and it rolled off the rim. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I guess I should blame her for not giving me a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I should blame her for the fact that it was a crowded situation and the coworkers was around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all her fault. You know what I'm saying? Right? So shot number 3, I hollered. I was like, I just went straight up to the chick and I was like, what you doing tomorrow night? And she talked about I'm gonna be celebrating my son's birthday. And then I was like, so where you live? And she was like, she told me where she lived, and I was like an hour and a half away. And I was like, have a good weekend.
Right.
First of all, you got a son, and you live an hour and change away. There's really nothing for me to really do with you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing for me to really fucking do. But even she was like, oh, thank you for the offer. Like,
right.
I appreciate that. Have a nice weekend. Real cool. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I should blame her for having a son and choosing to live where she lives.
Right. But that's what dudes do, though. They be getting mad at all this shit. And
right.
See, what's funny? See, the thing is, and this is what guys got to understand, man. The game, the problem with a lot of dudes in the game is they're always looking they're like, what's the thing I could do so that when I talk to all 3 of these girls, I'm going to get all 3 of these girls. You understand?
Right.
It don't exist. That shit don't exist. All you need to do in the game, that's why we say the game is about you. All you need to do in the game is to prepare yourself, get yourself comfortable, get yourself riled up within yourself to have that confidence to go out there and go after what you want. Because you went after the girls you wanted, you understand what I'm saying, and did what you needed to do. So what's going to happen is, at a certain point, you're going to get the chicks that is going to be a reciprocal situation in that moment. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what dudes be. They don't understand it. A lot of guys, they're so scared of like rejection, or they're all up in their ego, and they think they up there talking about, oh, well, I don't want to compliment no girl because I don't want her to be validated. And I'm like, why the fuck not? Why are you so why do you feel that you're losing something by complimenting a chick? You see what I'm saying? What do you think you're losing by complimenting a woman? See,
right.
you know what they say. You ever hear the saying that don't lend money that you can't afford to lose, right? So if I'm asking you for some money and you feel weird lending it to me, that's because you ain't got that much money. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm scared to compliment a chick, right? Then that means that if I'm scared to compliment you, that means that there's something within me that I feel like I'm losing or I don't have enough of to give out. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So
you know what's funny about that? When you compliment a girl and you quote unquote validate her, you're building her confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that you don't have enough of why you don't feel like you can compliment her?
Exactly. Exactly. Right?
You don't want to build her confidence. Why?
Because you ain't got none.
Losing some?
Exactly.
You understand? Niggas, we talk to cats about the abundance mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even see that confidence is infinite, my nigga.
Exactly.
Confidence is infinite. So you don't gotta be afraid to fucking tell a bitch she look good or you think she's sexy or whatever the fuck you want to tell her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way I'm losing nothing telling you how I feel. Because I'm telling you how I feel. Because truth be told, a lot of times you tell a bitch she look good or whatever, and she's got so much low self-esteem it don't even matter what you said.
That's the funny part, because like this, my dude, it's Akuma in the chat room. He said women are delusional. He said you can boost her head and make her feel like she's too good for you. That's the thing. If you first of all, a lot of times when you compliment a chick, you gotta get her to feel good so that she feels like she's good enough for you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what you don't get. That's what a lot of y'all don't get. Dudes, a lot of times when you see, and this is what happens when you're a guy who's high value and who's on point. There's times where I fuck with chicks or I talk to girls and they feel like I'm out of their league. So I gotta bring them up so that they even feel comfortable fucking with me. You see what I'm saying? But see, if you have that low self-esteem and all this other shit, you feel like, oh, you already feel like the girl is too good for you. So what you're doing is, by not, you say, well, I'm not going to compliment her so that I can make sure that she feels insecure or insignificant so that she doesn't realize I'm insecure so that she could probably make something happen with me. You see what I'm saying? And that's what dudes got to understand. That's what dudes got to understand. It's crazy.
Wow.
You see what I mean?
Yo, I love how you broke that shit down, son.
Right. That's all it really is.
Talking about, I can't compliment a bitch because she's going to feel like she's too good for me.
Right.
And while all the time they forgetting that you was already too good for the bitch.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You dumb motherfucker. Which nigga's that in the fucking chat room? Nah, you know what? I'm going to leave him alone because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But there's
but that's what I'm saying.
There's holes in your theory, my nigga. There's holes in your theory.
Is what I'm saying. Because, yo, dude, there's times where, because usually 90% of the time when I holler at a chick, the first thing out my mouth is a compliment. You feel what I'm saying? The first fucking thing. Like, I walk up to a chick, I'll be like, yo, miss, you sexy as fuck. Come here for a second. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's already out there like that. So the thing is, I'm already bringing positive energy to the situation, because this is the thing. I don't want no chick who's insecure. You understand? I don't want no chick who feels like she ain't nothing or whatever, or she's only getting with me because she's trying to get my value. I don't want no chick like that, because a chick like that can't do nothing for me. You see what I'm saying? Because I require more from a chick than just her pussy. You see what I'm saying? So if I require more from you than your pussy, that means that there got to be some in your character that is valuable to me. So if I'm dealing with you and you're so insecure that I gotta play these games and do all this bullshit to get you to feel a certain way to even fuck with me, that means you're really no use to me, because I have bigger things going on in life that I may need you for in those situations to help me on my purpose and the shit I'm trying to do, to where I ain't gonna be on some bullshit just sitting there talking about, oh, well, I'm not gonna compliment her or say anything because I don't want her to think she's too good for me and yada, 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 and all this other crazy shit. It's like, that's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
That's real shit. That's real shit. Like, a lot of cats not even gonna pick up on that. Like, the fact that you just said, I'm looking for more than just your pussy, because I'm looking for a valuable chick.
Exactly.
Exactly. Looking for a valuable chick. You know, these cats. It's funny, man. It's funny how. It's funny how, you know, you don't really understand how, like cats don't even understand their own mindset and how lowly they're thinking of themselves by doing and saying some of the shit they out here saying.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you're not like, it's like you walked up, you defeated yourself before you even started.
Exactly. Right. Because the thing is, if you sitting there thinking that, oh, well, I'm talking to this girl and I don't want to compliment her to validate her, then basically you've already said in your own mind that you're not good enough for this chick, which is why you got to play the games in order to get her to like you. You see what I'm saying? Because you're thinking about her liking you. I don't give a fuck if a chick like me. I'm thinking about if I like her. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole different mindset. So that's the thing that guys got to understand, is that if I'm talking to a girl and if she's worried about, you know, if I'm worried about her liking me, then I'm doing all of this shit to get her to like me. You feel what I'm saying? And so now I'm on the lower end of the spectrum. You see what I'm saying? Versus if I'm dealing with a chick and I'm seeing if I like her, if she's good enough to fuck with me, you understand what I'm saying? It don't matter what I'm saying or what I'm doing, because I don't really need nothing from you at this point. I'm just seeing if you are worthy to fuck with me. It's the same way where if you have a company, you don't need any one or two employee. You're looking for the right employee for your company. You see what I'm saying? I don't fucking need this. If this one person act up, you could get the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck cares? I'm not sitting there worrying about, oh, well, I hope this person I'm interviewing for this position really likes me and likes my company. I don't give a fuck what you're thinking. I need to know if you're fit for this position. Period. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's like me seeing somebody's resume and I say, damn, well, I don't want to compliment them on their resume because I don't want them to think they're too good for my company. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck is...
Like, I'm the one with the position. You're the one looking for work.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Crazy, man.
Yo,
crazy.
That shit is retarded, man. I'll be like, yo. So that's what I'm saying. You know, you guys out there, y'all got to get off this goofy ass mindset, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know, there's a reason why I shared my you know, my experience, like, because it literally just happened. It just happened.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And in all three instances, it had nothing to do, like, usually it has nothing to do with you, but I just want to point out in real life, like, none of those missed shots had anything to do with me necessarily.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or my quote-unquote value, or my level of confidence, or anything. You understand? So It's like, all of the stigma that niggas put on, shooting a shot or, even complimenting a girl for validation or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you trying to go after what you want, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it's about. Because it's, I was talking about, or you were, both of us, I don't remember. We were talking about work. We were talking about the fact that it's not like, oh yeah, I think I was talking about like LeBron James and basketball and all that shit. And I was explaining that it has nothing to do with the like one person. You understand? And the wins and the losses and the stats and the this and the that. What it's really about is the work that you put in. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what makes a person, that's what makes the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The work that you actually put in. You know what I'm saying? So now, for this Friday evening, I already got, before Friday evening ain't even come yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just the afternoon, and I already got three shots out the way. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's gonna propel me forward to be even more successful later on. Even if nothing goes down tonight, I still got Saturday. I got next Saturday. I got time to put in work. You know what I'm saying? I got more gigs. I got shit coming up where it's like I don't need to stop and be like, oh well, it's because of my looks or it's because of
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like these niggas, your mindset though, is holding y'all back, bro.
Right.
It's holding y'all back. Like it's because of my looks, or like the title of the show, it's these women, son. It's
right.
these fucking women.
Right. It's these chicks. They only like this guy and that guy.
An hour away.
All that crazy shit. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
man.
Bro, it's about the work you put in, bro. It's about the work you put in. You gotta stop. Don't stop blaming. Don't even blame yourself. Just concentrate on progress.
Right.
Period. Like, because any energy put towards, feeling a certain way about the outcome of this or the outcome of that, it doesn't help your progress.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Go through the experience, learn what you gotta learn, and then go to the next experience. It ain't about blaming nobody or, trying to find out why this happened or why it didn't happen and all of that shit. Learn something if you can learn something, and you don't even have to learn nothing. Just keep fucking going. Period.
Right. Because you're gonna learn why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's for anything in life. You see what I'm saying? Anytime that you spend blaming other people or even yourself for the outcome, whether it's an undesired outcome or whatever, it doesn't help. Like it don't even help to celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
See, you getting too deep on him now.
Celebrate. If a nigga go out there and get a girl's number, and he's oh yes, I got her number. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. And while you over here celebrating, there's 2 or 3 other chicks that you could have hollered at. So you could have had 3 numbers instead of only 1.
Right.
You know so even celebrating is a hindrance because it's like we're talking about blaming women for your woman problem. You see what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is just let go of all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Let go of all that shit. Don't, even if you're successful with a bitch, don't even take that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't even take that shit to heart. The only thing you should be really worried about is it moving me closer to my goal? You see what I'm saying? Because whether you take time to blame somebody, feel depressed, or you take time to celebrate and pat yourself on the back, either way, you're not progressing. You're just standing there beating off.
Exactly.
Figuratively, you're just standing there beating off. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy, man. Man, and it sucks too because it's so many dudes out here, man, that they would be so much. They would learn more or be further along in the game if they actually like just put themselves out there, try shit, do shit, get out of their ego, and stop with all the goofy ass games. That's the goofy ass manipulation and all that. Because see, you know, you got so many different ways to play the game, right? But a lot of dudes like to subscribe to manipulation because they think that manipulation, because you gotta say something. If you feel you need to manipulate, it's because you think that who you are naturally is not enough. So every time you manipulate, you are subconsciously telling yourself that there's something wrong with you. You see what I'm saying? And so, because basically who you are isn't enough. The real you is messed up. So therefore, I can't show her the real me. I gotta be somebody else. I gotta pretend or act like or front or fake to get or acquire some type of affection or love or whatever the fuck you're looking for with this chick. You see what I'm saying? And so that comes from a low self-esteem mentality. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got a lot of dudes online that I see who have a low self-esteem. They got a low self-esteem energy. Their energy is all low self-esteem. So they're looking and grasping at things that they can do that's going to protect them and protect their, you know, their ego and their heart or whatever from being from getting like rejected or from feeling the sting of a chick not really wanting to fuck with them, because again, they already feel bad about themselves. So they're saying, hey, could you show me a tactic or a trick that I can use as a shield to protect her from who I really am? You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's that. And this is why dudes gravitate to the nonsense. You see what I mean? They do it because it's like, yo, it's like they're too pussy. You understand what I'm saying? To actually be themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's what it really is. Like a lot of, like anytime you are using manipulation to get a woman, basically what you're saying is, I'm too much of a pussy to be who I am. Period. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. So understand that that's what, and see, it perpetuates the cycle of insecurity, because every time you do it, you're basically telling yourself subconsciously that I ain't shit. That's all you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I just thought about?
Right.
For a lot of cats not getting pussy, the reason why you're not getting pussy is because you got enough pussy.
Exactly. No, it's true. It's like, yo, you're such a pussy that the universe is like, nah, this nigga got so much pussy, he don't need no more. You feel what I'm saying? He don't need no more pussy because he is that pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why you ain't getting it.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll be like, yo, and you know what's mind-boggling about it? The whole thing is that, and this is what I noticed about a lot of dudes in the game, and this is a big reason why it's hard for most guys to get shit going, is because unfortunately a lot of dudes don't have critical thinking skills.
Right.
And on top of that, they don't know how to read the room and read women. So it's it's weird because, you know, like for example, guys will say, oh, it's just all about looks. It's just all about looks, right? Now, if you had critical thinking skills, right? If you want to talk about looks, because usually they talk about the face and how good looking a guy's face is, and if he has a six pack and all that other stuff. Now, if you're thinking critically, first of all, most guys are the type of guys that look like that are in like the 1% or 2%. You understand? Guys who are over 6 feet tall, you know, with the chiseled face and the six pack. That's only a small percent of the population, and you can see that every day when you go outside, right? So the funny part is, if you were thinking critically and you think that only those guys are fucking with chicks, you would realize how dumb that is, because you would see and notice that there are more guys who don't look like that than who do. So therefore, that small percentage of guys can't be fucking every fucking girl on earth. You see what I'm saying? So there's going to be a large number of guys who are not like that, who are getting with women and who are procreating with these women. So if you're seeing a whole bunch of average looking dudes, how did these average looking dudes be born? I don't know, maybe their father was average looking? You see what I'm saying? So if only good looking guys are fucking all the women, why aren't there more good looking guys? Shouldn't they be producing more good-looking dudes? You see what I'm saying? So obviously, if you're gonna think, and this is just me simplifying the shit, because of course it's more, but I'm just simplifying it because if you got so many dudes out here who are quote unquote ugly, where the fuck did they come from? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that should already tell you right there is not just about the physical appearance. But again, dudes don't want to think critically. And this, or they don't have the skill to think critically, which is why a lot of times even they don't have the skill to be able to be good or well versed in a game to even get women. Because a lot of times to be a guy who's really good with women, you have to be able to think critically. And you need to be able to feel out these situations. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you know, if you're saying, you know, oh, it's all about looks, right? Think about this. As a man, men generally, we're more look-oriented than women. Like, women will find a guy cute and attractive physically and say, he looks good, he got a six-pack, whatever. But us men, we're even more so about the looks, right? Now, I know each guy on this stream, you know, if you're not a virgin and you actually had sex with a few women or whatever, most guys, including myself, and I know you also, Miles, we fucked women who we thought weren't the best looking women, right? You know what I'm saying? So if us men who think that looks are up here are fucking women who don't have the best look, what would make you think a woman who doesn't even put looks on a pedestal like us would not be inclined to fuck a guy who isn't the best looking guy?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, but again, this is because dudes don't think critically. You see what I'm saying? And so dudes always want to go with this simplistic thinking because it makes them feel safe. You got to understand something. Thinking it's all about looks makes you feel safe. You understand? Because what happens is when you think simplistically, all it does is to say, well, you know what? I'm not that great looking of a guy, so that's the reason, and period. And that's it. I don't got to do shit. I don't got to improve on nothing. It is what it is. I'm not going to bother to go and approach her. You know, that I feel safe now because I don't have to go and approach that girl because I don't got to risk rejection because I already know she's going to reject me. I'm not good looking. You see what I'm saying? This shit makes you feel safe. So that's the thing that dudes got to understand.
So that's what dudes are looking for. They're looking for safety.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Last time I checked, wasn't that a female trait?
Exactly. Again, and this is where we come back to guys being on some bitch ass nigga shit. This is what I'm saying. You see what I mean? This is what we saying. That's the crazy part, man. That's the part that dudes. It's like it sucks so bad that the game has gotten to this point where you got dudes who they got this. It's like the feminine energy is heavy in men right now. Heavy. It's insane. It's too heavy. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's a dude. What's the dude name? Derek Jackson. Y'all know who Derek Jackson is, right?
Oh my God.
Shout out to Derek Jackson because Derek Jackson is a hustler, right? So what Derek Jackson does is that he gives advice to women. And so what he does is that he gives women hope. He says things to get women all riled up and blah, blah, blah. You know, he says all this stuff. And so women start to believe the shit he's saying or, you know, because they're not thinking critically. They're just going off of feelings, right? Now, what's happened in the manosphere or the seduction community or whatever is that you got dudes out here now who are similar to Derek Jackson fans, but on the male side. You feel what I'm saying? Where they want to hear shit that just makes them feel good. They don't give a fuck if it works or not. They just want to feel good. They want feel good advice. They want advice that has nothing to do with them looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, hey, what is it that I need to do? Because just like when I started this stream, dudes is coming on here talking about, well, why is it got to be all man blaming? And, you know, why, you know, don't the women take responsibility? I'm like, yo, listen, it ain't no man blaming. It's about man responsibility. You feel what I'm saying? And so dudes are running away from responsibility because motherfuckers just want to feel good. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to actually make progress. They don't want to actually succeed. They don't want to trust me, there's dudes that watch me and other coaches who have never fucking stepped out their house and approach a chick. Real talk. You understand what I'm saying? They don't really want it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand? So it's just like they don't really want to do anything. They just want they just want to, you know what I'm saying? They just want to hear shit, feel good or whatever. And see, the thing is, I like to give advice, and that doesn't necessarily make you feel good, because this is the thing. If you hear advice and it just makes you feel good, then that means it's usually not good advice. Good advice should make you feel uncomfortable. You understand what I'm saying? Good advice should make you feel uncomfortable. It should make you feel like, oh shit, I gotta do something. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're looking for the advice to help you with a problem you have. And then so the advice is supposed to show you the errors in your ways. You feel what I'm saying? And so you're like, oh shit, like this is why, and I, you know, and the thing is, it's the fear. So for example, if you're not approaching women on the street, right? There's probably a fear of approaching them because you're scared of getting rejected. So when someone gives you advice to go and approach, that advice is going to make you feel uncomfortable because now you got to get over that fear of rejection to go and approach. You see what I'm saying? But if somebody says, well, you know, fuck these bitches and these bitches are whack and that's why you shouldn't approach them and it's all their fault and they only care about looks, then that makes you feel good. Because now you say, oh yeah, well, it's all about looks and all of these bitches are fucking cunts. Therefore, I feel good about myself. I feel comfortable knowing this, so I don't got to go out there and risk rejection. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's terrible. It's terrible. So that's what happens, man.
That's crazy.
My dude Costas in the chat room, he said, looks matter because how is she going to judge you? Sorry, Locario, you cannot sense their energy until you get near them. Now let me break something down deeper, okay? Man, it's so funny how I got to do this, but this is why it needs to be done. Everything matters, okay? Everything matters, right? So what that means is this. If I say looks don't matter, that is correct. If I also say looks matter, that is correct. Do you understand me? Do you guys understand? Saying looks matter and looks don't matter are both correct. Just like if I say it matters to get a college degree to get a good job, and I can also say it doesn't matter if you get a college degree to get a good job. They're both right. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that when I say looks don't matter, I don't necessarily mean looks won't matter. And you have to understand that your particular look is specific to whatever that girl likes. So you can look however you want. There's going to be a whole bunch of chicks who don't like your look. Then there's going to be a whole bunch of chicks who like your look. Again, looks matter and looks don't matter. Both right. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that the way that women are, and luckily for you guys, women are influenced by how they feel. Therefore, if you're talking to a girl and you are not her physical type, right? She will still talk to you, and if you get her to feel something, she will still want to talk to you and deal with you and end up actually liking you, right? Because what you got to understand is this. Imagine you got a girl who's been dealing with guys who were, really good looking, but all of them were fucking idiots and stupid or whatever. Now, this same girl, she meets another guy who's a decent looking guy. He's not like the best looking guy she's ever been with, but she actually likes the way that he treats her. Because let's say all the other guys treated her like shit, or she was, on some dumb shit. And then now she meets this guy who she connects with on an emotional level, right? So then she meets the guy on an emotional level, and then she actually, wants to be with him. You see what I'm saying? I'll give you guys another example so you could understand the point. I'll flip it around. See, lucky for, let's say a woman wants to get dick, right? Lucky for women, we want to fuck pussy, right? But what do we want? We want to fuck a hot girl. You understand what I'm saying? We want to fuck the hottest girl we could get, but guess what we do? If the hottest girl isn't around, what do? We'll fuck the 5 or the 6 because we want to get our dick wet. So now, because we are influenced by wanting to get pussy, that girl who's a 5 got dick. You understand? Because women are influenced to be attracted to how they feel, that guy who's not the best looking guy got the girl. You get it? Do you guys get this? You see what I'm saying? This is what I say when you have to critically think, and the game is deeper than just the surface level shit.
Right.
You see what I mean? That's what dudes don't understand. This is what dudes. It's crazy.
The statement looks matter and looks don't matter is less about a statement and more about a mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what cats is not understanding. Mm-hmm. Because the dude in the chat room that says looks matter, sorry Mr. Locario and all that shit, like it's like he's it's like he's training his mind.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's literally subconsciously training his mind to believe that looks matter. You understand? So therefore, he'll live his life accordingly. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what cats don't understand about because we told y'all, man. We told y'all about this. Mm-hmm. Abundance mentality, be on your purpose, design your life. Mm-hmm. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? We the ones that told y'all about this shit.
Right.
The fact that and you're not fucking really listening. Mm-hmm. So much so, you know, I don't even need to get into that. But you know y'all niggas ain't listening and we got proof. But anyway.
Right.
The point I'm trying to make is another reason how I know niggas ain't listening is because you continue to train your mind the other way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, listen. Locario is like the nigga went on national TV and the bitch called him a burnt, crispy motherfucker.
Exactly, right. Y'all remember that when I was on I Love New York?
On national television, Locario was called burnt and crispy. And he got kicked off the reality show. Mm-hmm. On national TV. Mm-hmm. And right now, this minute, Locario probably gets more pussy than any one of them niggas on the show.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? Why? Because Locario don't live his life based on that training.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Locario lives his life based on looks don't matter. Mm-hmm. It's about me and who I am and what the value that I bring to a bitch. Mm-hmm. You understand? And I have a lot of value to bring to a bitch. So much so that I'm going to go out here, I'm going to put myself out here, and I'm going to holler at mad bitches and then get my shit set up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm designing my life based on it's like baking a cake or anything else. It's like if your ingredients call for flour, right? Mm-hmm. And you put whatever the fuck you want. You put tuna fish.
Right.
So you baking a chocolate cake and the ingredients call for flour, chocolate, and cocoa powder or whatever the fuck, and some butter and eggs, right? But you decide, fuck that, I'm gonna put tuna,
right,
cocoa butter or cocoa butter and egg. Your shit ain't gonna taste like fucking chocolate cake, bro.
Right, exactly.
And the point of what I'm trying to say is, y'all niggas is following the wrong ingredients to your cake baking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And their ingredient says that looks matter. Mm-hmm. Our ingredient says no, it don't. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna live my life accordingly. My cake is gonna taste a certain way because of the ingredients that I put in.
Exactly.
Your cake will taste how it'll taste because of the ingredients you put in. So if you want to sit there and fucking think looks and status and all of that shit is what matters, then hey, go.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Have a great time living that life out. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Have a great time living out that reality that you're creating for yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You understand? Because since niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about, I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here getting as much pussy as I want, and not based on my look, because I don't believe in that shit, and I don't choose to subscribe to that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And it's funny.
You go on your way and live your life based on look, and I'm gonna be over here doing what the fuck I want to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And the funny part about that whole thing is that guys who subscribe to that, and I've said this a million times, they don't know about female behavior. They don't understand how women are. Women are followers, dude. I've had, there's times where, because I remember I used to, like, when I was hanging out with my wife and one of her friends, I remember her friend, one time we went out to this street fair, and this dude rolled up on her, right? And he was hollering at her, he was talking to her, he was hanging out with us, right? And then so there was an event later on that day, because they do this thing called First Saturdays in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Museum, right? So he says to her, yo, I'm going to come through to the Brooklyn Museum later and meet y'all and we'll hang out, right? So she's like, oh yeah, come, that's cool, whatever, right? So she's hanging out with the dude. They chilling, they doing all this other stuff. He's kissing up on her a little bit, right? Now this is the funny part. This is the fucking funny part, right? The dude leaves. Like, he bounces because he had to do some shit. So he left me and my wife and her friend, right? Soon as the guy leaves, right? My wife is saying to her friend, she's like, oh, that guy seems cool. So, when are you going to call him and blah, 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 right? This chick says, oh, I don't really think I'm going to call him. I don't like him, right? So I'm thinking, what? Like, you just hung out with him basically all day. I was kissing. What the fuck is going on, right? And I said, so what is it about him? She's like, I'm not really that attracted to him. So I was like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, yeah, and I don't, like, he's kind of whatever. So basically, this is the thing that fucking blew my mind. This is what the fuck she said. I said, so why in the hell did you hang out with him and tell him to come through? You know what this chick said? She said, well, he just was like taking me there, so I just went with him. Basically what she said was, I just followed this nigga's lead. That's it. She just followed his lead. And she didn't like the nigga. So imagine, she spent almost the whole day with a nigga she don't like just because he was leading her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because he said, yo, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to meet you over there.
Right.
And she's like, okay.
Exactly.
Because it goes back to the attention shit.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, attention. It's funny how like dudes would rather dwell on the whole look shit,
right,
instead of figuring out how to capture a bitch's attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like they would rather do that than say, man, how do I use what I have to fucking capture a female's attention?
Right.
To give her a certain type of attention that she'll subscribe to. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is, a lot of these cats, yes, you guys are because of the bitch assness yourself. You're looking for attention. You're looking for somebody to make you feel good.
Exactly.
Instead of you understanding that you have enough inside of you to make somebody else feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And it's funny.
It's like a person. It's real quick. It's like a person who you're only a customer. You never have anything to sell.
Right.
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And you know what I was gonna say? This is what's gonna break some of y'all hearts. When
right.
let me tell you guys something. This is what's gonna break some of your hearts, because I've experienced this, and when I experienced, I was confused, I was upset, I was like, what the fuck is going on? There's gonna be a time when you're at a club or at a bar and you're talking to a girl and everything is going really good and you like this girl, you're like, yo, this chick is bad, like, and you're excited because she's talking to you, she's fucking, showing you that she likes you, everything is cool, right? Then what's going to happen is this. Some other nigga is going to come through and take that bitch from you. Son, I'm telling you this is going to happen. And I've had it happen to me twice before I realized what was going on. Because when I was younger, when I turned 21, 22, when I was first getting in the spots, and I remember like talking to the girls and everything like that, and then another dude who would come into the situation, into the conversation, right? And then what would happen is, because he knew how to lead the interaction and interact with the girl, she'll end up like following him to the other side of the club. Or I remember one time the guy ended up like kissing the girl in front of me. The girl I was spending almost a half an hour talking to, he rolls up and in 5 minutes his tongue is down her mouth. You see what I'm saying? And the funny part was, it wasn't like these guys were the best looking dudes. You feel what I'm saying? They was average looking dudes. But what they understood was that they knew how to trigger certain things to get women to want to do something and understand something. Women aren't loyal. They're going to follow whoever is the best choice for them in the moment, period. You understand? So it don't matter that she was talking to you for 10 minutes or it don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? And this is going to break your fucking heart, because you're going to be like, damn, like what happened? And so when I understood this, I started noticing I was doing that without even trying to do it. You understand? And the thing was, I kind of started feeling sorry for niggas. So like, I didn't want to purposely cock block niggas, but I would give them like 10 minutes. And I would say, okay, if this dude ain't really pushing it to the next level in 10 minutes, I'm going in. And so I started doing that shit. So I would go into spots. I see a nigga that reminded me of myself when I was younger. You understand? Not knowing what to do, just talking to this bitch about the weather. You feel what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? And then so I swoop in and I just take the shit over. And so what I'm saying is that just like I was saying with the example with my wife's friend and the dude, is that chicks are going to be responsive to the guy who is displaying those qualities that shows that he knows how to lead women. He's the alpha dude. He's the guy who knows how to, create that situation, that tension to where women are going to follow that. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that you got to understand. So a lot of times the dudes talk about, oh, it's just about looks, money, and status and all this other stuff. Y'all don't realize how like goofy women are. You understand what I'm saying? And how influenced they are just based off of. This is why you could, and if y'all pay attention in the clubs, you see this. You could see a group of girls hanging out, or they'll probably even be talking to you, and another nigga might come in. He'll probably have some bottle service or some shit. He'd be like, "Yo, come over here. We're doing this. We're doing that," and all the girls will run over there. You see what I'm saying? They're not loyal to you, B. They're loyal. They're only going to follow. Understand? They're not loyal to you. They're going to follow the best situation for them. And the best situation is the guy who understands the game to create that best situation. You see what I'm saying? That's what they don't understand. Because I've had this shit happen too many. Yo, I remember this one girl, when I was younger, I was in a spot. I'm talking to this girl. I'm thinking everything is cool. I said, hold on. I'll be back. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Nigga, I was gone for 2 minutes. I come out. That bitch is tongue kissing some other nigga on the dance floor. You see what I'm saying? That quick. That fucking quick. You see what I'm saying? There's a video that I saw. Shout out to RSD. There's a video of RSD Tyler. And usually I don't big up people's videos, but because I've seen the RSD dudes in person, like I vouch for these motherfuckers because I've seen them live doing shit. So they know what the fuck they're doing. But anyway, so there's a video of RSD Tyler. And it was a video of a guy who looks way better than him, because RSD Tyler, he's, bald dude, little pudgy stomach, whatever, right? He's in the club or a bar, whatever, and there's a guy who's sitting there who's way better looking than him with this chick. And so he comes into the conversation and he ends up taking the girl away from the better looking dude.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, y'all be thinking, oh, it's just this and it's just that and all. And I'm like, yo, like, what, like, dude, y'all gotta really get out there and see what the fuck is going on, because a lot of you dudes out here, like my dude Costas, I believe Costas is living on the internet. This is why he believes it's only about looks and money and status and all this other stuff, because you're living on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you gotta understand.
He's not living live.
Exactly, right? I'm like, I gotta get off the internet and see what's really going on out here. You see what I'm saying? So understanding female psychology and understanding that, because dudes always talk about what is it, hypergamy or hypergamy or some shit or whatever, right?
Right.
Understand that women are only loyal technically to themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe their children. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is, as a man, what you got to understand is that, and this is why we say you got to find a woman who is going to follow your lead and help you with your purpose and be about your program, because your program has to align with her selfishness so that she can be a part of your shit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
so if you're Clyde, you looking for Bonnie. You're like, look, I'm trying to rob these banks. So she wants to rob banks too. That's the only reason why she's fucking with you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you guys gotta understand. You see what I mean? That's the thing. And so that's what dudes gotta understand. It's like, yo, this is the type of shit you gotta understand in the game. Because if you don't, you're gonna be confused. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna fucking like, get your heart broken and shit. You understand? Like, I've gotten my heart broken so many times in this game. This is why I'm telling you guys. You understand what I'm saying? This is why you guys got to pay $97 a month for the Bad Boy membership. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're getting all of, like, dude, you gotta understand something. I go out, I'm actually going out after this fucking live stream. Like, I go out every week, talking to chicks, interacting with different women, dealing with, interacting with my wife and my girlfriend and other women. You understand what I'm saying? Getting minimal sleep so that I, doing all these things so I can give you guys the game. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
it's almost like comical and almost offensive to hear when dudes who have never went anywhere in their life talking about, yo, it's just about looks, money, and status. Really? Really, my nigga? Like, it's that, you know what I'm saying? It's like you telling a war vet that war is only about how big your gun is. It's like, what, nigga? Like, have you been out here in these streets in the field? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's like, yo, oh man, it's Akuma. Yes, I have a wife and a girlfriend, and I don't lie to them. You see what I'm saying? I mean, and the thing is, they know about each other. They actually hang out. So you don't gotta lie to bitches. You don't gotta lie to chicks. So, oh man, fucking crazy. But that's what I'm saying. So you guys are paying for all of the blood, sweat, and tears and information. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, because this shit is not easy as far as going out there gathering all that information and fucking taking all of that shit in. And this is why I say you're gonna get your heart broken, because it's emotionally taxing. Dealing with all that energy, like, because this is what you guys gotta understand. You don't have to be out here talking to a million women. You understand? If you get like one bad chick and maybe like a fuck buddy on the side, you're good.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, I overdo it because I'm gathering information and getting new information here and there so that I can give it to you guys. But so imagine if you're dealing with a chick, you got one girl you're dealing with, and you got a headache over something that's going on. Imagine doing that times 15. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So that's why when I tell dudes get on the Bad Boy membership, or dudes be like, oh, it's really expensive, I'm saving you time, money, and energy from all of the shit that I'm giving. And actually this new Bad Boy membership program is going to be heavy, because I'm talking about, it's going to be called Same Day Lay. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to actually fuck a chick the same day you meet her. You understand what I'm saying? Because dudes been asking me about that for a while. So I'm gonna do a whole program. I'm gonna talk about how to get the girls in the daytime, how to get the girls if you actually meet them at a club, or how to get the girls online to fuck them the same day. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, so definitely you definitely gonna want to get up on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So but yeah, that's what it is, man.
They don't, and that's another thing. A A lot of these cats don't respect the grind, son.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know, their lack of experience has them like they don't understand everything that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like it's easy for them to just, you know, just come up with a statement like, oh yeah, it's look, status, and money. But then it's like, okay, I pose a question to you, motherfuckers.
Right.
Okay, if it's just about look, status, and money, I pose this question. Now what?
Right. Right.
Now what?
Exactly.
Now, okay, we've established that it's look, status, and money. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you still, if it is, let's just say it is look, status, and money.
Right.
You still have to put in some work to probably go get plastic surgery for your look.
Right.
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 Then you got to put in some more work to get your money up.
Right.
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 Then you got to put in some even more work to get your status up.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically all, you know, all around the arena of self-improvement. Right?
Exactly.
So it's still the same shit. You still got work to put in.
Exactly. Right. Right.
So again, like you said before, whether it is looks or it's not, it's still about a mind state and the work you got to put in.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
But nothing. Just realizing that it looks, money, and status still doesn't bring you any bitches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It still doesn't bring you any bitches. You still got to go do something. You still got to go change something about yourself or improve something about yourself. You still got to put in some fucking work. So,
right.
So what? So like all looks, money, and status argument. It still really doesn't even matter because whether you want to subscribe to it, you can. But even if you don't have to. But either way, work got to get put in.
Exactly.
So,
you still got to do shit. You still got to do shit. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You still got to do shit because a lot of times even when dudes is talking all of that money shit, because dudes is like, well, you got to get your money up and you got to get fucking. And first of all, see, and this is before I even get into that. See, Trap Lord, that's the reason why you're probably gonna have issues with women. You understand? Because Trap Lord is saying, I'm begging you to get this loser off the phone. He's talking about you, Miles. You feel what I'm saying? And see, he's mad because you spitting the real shit. You see what I'm saying? Because it's going against his programming. You feel me? So that's what it is. But see, the thing is that even when dudes talk about the money thing, if you trying to get girls with your money, you still got to put in work because you got to find the girls who is going to be receptive to you just giving the money for sex. And or what's going to happen is you got to figure out a way to let the girl know you have money, which is still game. You still got to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So no matter which... You still got to proposition a bit. Right. You still got to talk to her. You still got to say something. You still got to do something. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's the thing that dudes don't understand. And so this is what I'm trying to get you guys to really, really realize. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to my dude, Affy Kingdom in the building. You feel me? Right. With the expert level game, that's my dude right there. We gotta do another Skype joint, man. I'm gonna hit you up. But yeah, so the thing is that you guys gotta understand that there's work that has to be put in anyway. Period. No matter what route you take, you still gotta do it. You feel what I'm saying? You still gotta put in some shit. You understand? And see, and this is why I keep saying you guys are gonna get your heart broken because imagine there's times where you try to use your money and that still don't work. You understand? Or there's times where you try to coast on your looks and it still don't work. This is why I go so hard on the looks thing because when I was younger and I was modeling for Polo jeans and doing all of this other shit, there was times where I would coast on my looks. Right? And so there will be women that will be like, oh, you're so handsome, you're this, you're that. And there's some girls I would get because of that. Then there was a whole list of girls who I wouldn't get, even when they told me they thought I was handsome. They're like, "Oh, you're so handsome, your skin and this and this and that," right? So my mind was like, "Damn." Like, you know, when I wasn't getting chicks because of the looks, or was when the looks wasn't working, that broke my heart. Because in my mind, I was like, yo, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? And then so when I saw dudes who I thought were worse looking than me getting girls and getting the girls I wanted, I was pissed off. You see what I'm saying? But that was a good thing, because then it made me grow in the game and say, oh shit, there's more to this. And again, the reason why y'all don't understand this is because y'all don't get out your house. You're living on the internet. You're looking at videos from fucking, what's that other nigga? Face and LMS or some shit. You know, doing his straw man arguments about, oh, look at this buff guy with the six pack and look at this fat guy living in Wyoming. Which one do you think is gonna get the most women? Like, nigga, stop with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, come on, dog. Is what I'm saying. Like, and it's so many dudes on the internet who they have the defeatist mentality, which is why they gravitate to the looks, money, status. Because this is how deep it goes. This is how deep it goes. A dude would rather subscribe to that so he feels like he has something to hold on to, even if that belief is detrimental to him. You understand? Even if that belief doesn't do anything for him, because he has that belief there, he feels comfortable and safe with that belief.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
Niggas is really out here looking for comfort, son.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude.
Really out here looking for a soft place to lay down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Yo.
Oh.
It's so you know it is, man. It's so messed up, because what you guys gotta understand is that, like, we want for y'all to get to that next level, B.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so,
sincerely.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard though, because when you're so stuck in believing the nonsense, even though there's evidence to the contrary, right? And you can see this all the time. You're so caught in it because, again, most dudes don't actually want success in this game. I'm telling you, listen, if you hear most of these guys say they want women, don't believe them. Don't believe these niggas, son. Do not believe these niggas. Most of the niggas that's watching don't want to get a girl. Do not believe them. You understand what I'm saying? Most dudes on the internet that's trying to make shit happen, they don't want it to happen. Trust me. They don't want to get shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Costas, you said you don't want to help. You said, I don't want to help. I just want to make fun of guys and call them simps, etc. No, that's the thing.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Wait a second. If Mr. Locario, you're just sitting up here making fun of guys.
Right.
Okay. Now, again, I'm here, like we're here making fun of guys, right?
Right.
Or we are not here making fun of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's not the statement, it's the mindset.
Right.
Because another person could be listening to what we're saying and be like, yo, these dudes is spitting some helpful fucking information for dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got another dude who got a pussy nigga mentality talking about, oh, Mr. Locario, you just want to make fun of guys.
Right.
Really? Nigga, I just got on here and explained that I shot three of my shots and missed all three of my shots.
Right.
Who am I really making? If I'm making fun of anybody, who the fuck am I making fun of?
Right.
You just explained how you was in the club, you told a bitch you was going to the restroom, you came back, she was getting tongued down by another nigga.
Right.
Who are we making fun of?
Exactly. See, that's what.
You see how the fucking mindset, you see how these bitch ass niggas fucking, they have a fucking pussy
Right.
You understand? And instead of seeing shit in a progressive way, they literally decide to see shit the other way.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. They look for that. They looking for the comfort of that shit.
Let me tell you something. Whether you think you're right or you think you're wrong, you're still right.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, there is a certain responsibility that comes with that freedom. You know what I'm saying? There is a gravity, there is a seriousness that comes with the freedom of understanding plus and minus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a fucking a power and a responsibility that comes with understanding Republicans and Democrats.
Right.
There's a fucking power that comes with understanding good and evil. You understand? Because when you understand both sides, then you have the responsibility of choosing which side per situation. You understand?
Right.
But a dumb nigga who just wants to believe in one side, they have the luxury of choosing the same option every fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when they're walking down the street and they see a pretty girl, their mind just automatically says, "Oh, well, she's gonna think you're ugly, so don't say anything to her." And they find comfort. They find comfort in that pussy nigga shit of never actually having the guts to say something to the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Just like it's easier for you to fucking sit here and say, "Oh, Mr. Locario is sitting up here making fun of niggas."
Right.
It's actually harder for you to actually listen to the message and use the message to allow you to make an improvement in your life. Because why? That would take some work. So it's easier for you to just sit here and say, "Oh, Mr. Locario is just sitting up here making fun of niggas." You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's easier to say some shit like, "Oh, get that loser off the phone," because it's harder to fucking listen to my words and actually figure out how it can help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm saying. And that's why, understand this. That's why most dudes are not getting help in the game, because most guys are looking for entertainment and they're looking to be coddled and they're looking to feel good. You understand? Which is why they don't really get or take in the real information. Because remember what I said earlier, good advice is supposed to make you uncomfortable. You understand? And see, now we notice that dudes is uncomfortable because they trying to tell you to shut the fuck up. And they trying to say, "Oh, you're making fun of us." You see what I'm saying?
You're making fun.
And you know what is funny? You know what's funny? That deflection is very bitch made. That's what women do. You ever notice when you tell women the truth? You ever notice when you tell women the truth, they want you to shut the fuck up? You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm telling you guys, you got to get that bitch assness out your system. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Man.
It's
I feel bad for a lot of niggas that ain't grow up with fathers and big brothers and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, B. Like, seriously, homie. Like, this is what Locario been doing this whole time.
Right.
Exactly. Like, seriously? Oh, damn,
oh
bro.
my goodness. That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. So guys gotta really, really, really get it together, because look, if you're the type of dude, because like I'm seeing in the chat room, like my dude Trap Lord and Costas especially, and a lot of you other guys get it. So I understand y'all get it, but you know, dudes like Costas for real, man, you gotta, and Trap Lord, you gotta understand that the shit's gonna be hard for you the longer you take to the longer you're trying to deny real shit, is gonna be harder for you. Because it's just like when you go to you know, when they go to AA meeting, Alcohol's Anonymous, and then you get up and you say, "Yo, my name is so and so, I'm an alcoholic," right? You have to admit that there's a problem.
Right.
So that you can so that there can actually be a solution. If you don't admit that there's a problem, you're going to continue to go down that same path because you're not admitting that, hey, this is actually, there's another way. There's actually a different perspective. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. I've never said that looks won't matter. I said looks don't matter, which is two different things. So I've had plenty of videos where I say, yo, yeah, of course, if a woman thinks you're physically attractive, she'll check you out. She'll think you're cute. She might want to talk to you. It is what it is. But what I'm saying is there's another side to it also. You see what I'm saying? Where it comes in with your behavior, with your charisma, how the girl feels, the circumstances, all this other stuff. But you have people who say it's only looks, money, status, period, and that is it, and that's the end all be all, right? And this is the funny part. Even within saying that, there's complexities into that because you say, well, it's all about looks. Okay, cool. What's good looking then? Who looks good? Who doesn't look good? That's opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So you still even get into the complexities because the thing is, if looks matter, let's say we say looks do matter, right? That is correct. So what you can say is that the way you look or the way any guy looks, there's going to be a girl who's going to be attracted to that look. So, yeah, looks matter. She liked your look. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? So it negates. But then also on the flip side, every guy can talk to a girl who thinks they're not their ideal type. So, for example, I can talk to a woman who's only physically attracted usually to white dudes, and I talk to her, and then now she's all into me because I'm engaging in a situation where she starts to feel me. See, in that situation, looks didn't matter. So either way you go, it's still, you can still make something happen. But again, guys are so stuck in their ways that what happens is that they're only looking at one side of the spectrum, and again, that closes your mind off to growth. You see what I'm saying?
Yo, let me based on what Cat is saying as far as the look shit, you it's like, it's almost like they're saying a chick don't, like, there's no possibility of a chick actually respecting me.
Right.
Because and again, it's kind of like they're saying that they ain't shit, basically. You understand?
Right.
Because if you actually believe that it's only about looks, money, status, then the only way you could ever truly be with a bitch in any kind of capacity is her just using you or just being infatuated with your look.
Right.
And having no real respect or value for anything personal or anything beyond the looks, money, and the status. So basically, it's like they're cutting themselves off from the possibility of a woman actually respecting them for who they are.
Right.
And in turn, they're literally telling themselves that who they are means absolutely nothing.
Exactly right.
So who's really making fun of niggas?
Exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Real fucking talk. That's what it is, Bree. I'm like, it's crazy.
Because if I really believe that it's really only about looks, money, and status, then for me personally, there's no sense to like, really deal with chicks.
Right, exactly.
And I think that's why a lot of these cats just end up being mixed out or whatever. Because it's like me personally, I know different. I know that I can have a chick in my life, like, doing shit for me, making my life better, out of the simple fact that she respects who I am, and she knows that her doing shit for me is gonna make shit better for herself.
Right.
And improving the quality of her life in general, because she's improving the quality of my life, and it's like a one hand washing the other type of situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm aware of that because I've experienced it. So I could never really believe in the simplicity of the looks, money, status shit.
Right.
Me, I know that it's way more complicated than that. Why? Because I'm a nigga that's about something that brings value to any situation he's in, whether it has to do with a bitch or something else.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But apparently, So you over here thinking. So it's like it's fucking crazy, and it's really sad when you break it down. You understand what I'm saying? Because you say it looks money status. You're literally saying that you ain't shit. As a man, you ain't shit. As a man, you bring nothing to a female. Nothing.
Right, and you're basically putting the chick above you because what does she need? What does she need to attract you? Right, versus what you need to attract her.
Right.
You see, you see what I'm saying? So she just needs to exist and look cute, but you need to have looks, money, and status to get with her. You see what I'm saying? So basically, what does that say about you? That says you ain't shit. You gotta come with all of this shit. She just gotta put on some makeup and high heels, and that's that. Fucking ridiculous. You see what I'm saying?
The chicks have all the status, son.
Right, right.
And all the looks too. All the looks too, because these niggas is looking for a hot bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, man, there's so much like every time these cats get on the fucking keyboard, it's like all they really doing is exposing themselves. Man.
Right, and it's funny because Trap Lord in the chat, he said, "I really want to know what that Miles dude looked like. Why? You see them? You see where dude's head is at?
I'm not. Listen. I'm not gay, bro. Keep it over there, son. Keep it over there. I'm not gay, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Because first of all, I don't care what you look like.
Right.
So there's no reason why you should care what I look like.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gay.
Yo, I've been saying this. I'll be like, yo, why dudes care about what other niggas look like? This is what I'm saying. It's like, it's something moist in the air, B. I don't know. And it's like dudes are so concerned about another man's looks. Like, this is why you guys are having trouble. You're focusing on the wrong shit.
Oh my God.
You understand what I'm saying?
Every time they get on the fucking keyboard, they're just exposing themselves.
Right.
They're exposing the gay, bitch-ass, low self-esteem, passive-aggressive female tendencies that they all have. You see what I'm saying?
I'm like, yo, why would you even care about what another dude looks like? Again, the game is about you. So you got to figure out, what do I need to do in order to up my game? So you're supposed to be listening to what a motherfucker's saying. You shouldn't be caring about what a motherfucker look like. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the problem, because again, you're still in the thought process of thinking, well, I want to see how he looks, because if he don't look a certain way, then that means that girls probably don't like him because he don't have a certain look. And it's just like, and then on top of that, you're judging another dude's looks to see how quote unquote cute he is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
yo,
what are we really doing here, people? Come on, let's keep this shit funky. What are we doing here? Look, we're on a mission to keep the shit masculine, B. Let's stop with this. For real, like, let's stop with this, like, oh, well, how does he look? And does he have the looks and the muscles? There's a message board I used to go on for shits and giggles called PUA Hate, and then they called it, I think, Slut Hate or something like that. Do you know these dudes would have message board sections about looks, and they'd have a bunch of fucking halfway moist looking dude pictures on the thing, like dudes with 6-packs with oil up on their chest and shit, talking about, oh, look at this guy, he's a Chad, he must get a lot. And I'm like, it's a bunch of dudes on the message, and I'm like, I gotta click off this shit, because I'm like, this is too moist for me. I can't fuck with this shit. Y'all on some other shit. I'm like, I feel retarded even being there on this fucking site. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yo, my brain starting to hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Like dudes is looking at dudes looking halfway gay, talking about, oh, this is the type of, and what's funny? Y'all don't really know what women like physically, though. Y'all don't really know. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times, because understand this. Most of the time when y'all looking at a dude and y'all like fucking judging his looks, right? Matter of fact, I don't want no nigga talking about he think I'm cute or look good. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you straight, basically what you're saying is that you see some sort of femininity in me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You seeing some sort of, because if you like the way women look and you're looking at me and saying I look good and you're a straight dude, technically you're kind of saying I look like a chick in some form of fashion. Something about me that's chick-like. You understand what I'm saying? Which makes you say, oh yeah, well, no, I don't need you to be saying all that. I don't want it. Nah, leave me out that conversation.
No, but you know what it is? You know what it is? They'll explain it by saying, no, I'm not looking at you as a chick. I'm looking at you through the eyes of a chick.
Right.
So basically, it's not you who's the chick, it's them who's the chick.
Right, exactly.
I'm done. I got an appointment, man. I gotta get
I know I gotta get out of here too because it's 5:30. I gotta run to this joint. But yo, oh man, this shit was too crazy.
The truth is inside you, bros.
Exactly.
For those of you who get it, more power to you. Let's keep this shit popping.
Exactly.
And for the rest of y'all cats, look, I'm not here to make fun of y'all. I'm here to just spit the real and keep it moving, man.
Right.
The truth is inside you, man. There's nothing more I can really tell y'all.
Right. Real talk, yo. Real talk. I'm gonna holler at you guys. I'm gonna holler at you later, man. All right.
All right, man. All right. Have a good weekend, man.
All right. Peace. Man, oh shit, it's like about that time, people. So listen, I appreciate everybody that was on the stream today. I think it was a very interesting stream today, man. Oh my goodness, we was going to fucking. Well, remember, guys, get this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Ebook, hard copy, audiobook, all that stuff. Make sure you guys get that. Go to MrLocario.com. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my dude Mike Sauda, True Blad, KP Max, For Life One Deep, Albert Michelson, Joe Blass. Who else is up in here? Will the Coldest, CC, Ross Goldberg. Who else is in here? Jermaine Jones, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Trap Lord. Trap Lord, we need you. We gonna need you to step up that game, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get you to step up that game. Shout out to Luis. Who else is up in here? SW247, Freedom of Speech. Infinite Ism was in the building. Eric Sampson. Shout out to my dude Costas. Costas, man. We got to step up that game, man. We love you, Costas. We hard on you because we need for you to step up the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who else? K Zagan in the building. Shout out to you. C4, what's that? 111, shout out to you. Who else is up in here? Jason Tutorials, what up? Who else? Ellie Empire. Raymond Muhammad. Angeline Alejandro. Felipe Francisco was in the building. It's Akuma was up in here. Who else? C Gonzo. Man, I appreciate every last one of you guys chilling in the chat. I gotta head out, so I will see you guys again maybe Monday, but if not Monday, definitely Friday, all right? So I'll holler at you guys later, and remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.